Hello everybody, today we're looking at a original model NES. This is one I got from a friend. It has a lot of trouble playing cartridges. It's got quite a few other issues. If you ever watch Pawn Stars or Storage Wars, you know this is the very rare NES 001. Probably worth a few $1,000s because this is the first NES ever made, just like theirs was. But this is an adventure and console repair. I've never actually opened a NES before to even know what the insides look like. And I assume it's, if nothing else, is going to need a new cartridge slot put in. But I thought I'd start with just doing a standard look at the system here, look at the condition it's in, pop it open, see what's inside, see if there's any obvious damage other than the cartridge port, and kind of go from there as a kind of a preliminary autopsy, I guess would be a good way to look at it. So first off, you can see there's a lot of discoloration with the main case and the cartridge slot door there. Inside there, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. A little bit of dust, but not too bad. When you kind of look around the case here, you can see there's issues. There's cracked plastic there. Buttons feel pretty good. Cartridge slots. You know, just other than a really dirty system, it's not too bad. You know, most of the stickers and decals are in good shape. I mean, it's, not horrible. So, I think this is some kind of expansion port that would come off. But anyway, now what I went ahead and did is I've already taken the screws out. I haven't opened it. I just took the screws out just to save time for the video. So I believe this just lifts straight up and it should come apart. Let's see. And oh, I'm right. Okay. So here we have the inside. Again, everything looks pretty decent here. Little springs holding the cartridge door on. So I'll put that off to the side here. And then we have basically one huge RF shield. I mean, everything looks pretty clean in here. Not seeing anything too bad. Oh, I see a dead spider. And I'm not sure what that is there by that screw. Can't tell if that's another bug or not. Great, so I may have an infested NES. So here's the cartridge port. So just clicks down and up. Trying to see the pins in there. It's kind of hard to get a good angle with light. Let's see. Let me adjust my light here, see if we can get a better look. If I bring this down lower, let's see what we get here. Oh, it's not too bad. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, the bottom ones look like rounded and a little bigger than the top, but to be honest with you, I've never poked around inside a NES to know if that's correct or not. Alright. So, looking at the RF shield here, we've got two screws here, two in the back, two in the back up here, three on the side, and then I don't know if this would just lift straight up or not. See here, it almost looks like there's a circuit board over this shield, but this shield sits on top. Doesn't appear to be soldered anywhere, so let's see what happens. It's always nice when you have extra systems, because then you can kind of go in there and start experimenting, you know, like if I only had one Nintendo, I'm not going to buy another working Nintendo just to try and tear it apart, see what makes it work. You know, so it's like you kind of want to wait till you have a guinea pig, really, because unfortunately, and I know I've probably mentioned it before, my TurboGrafx 16, I have the CD add-on, and it doesn't spin discs anymore. And from what I understand, it's a fairly common problem, and it could just be a little bit of grease and some gears, and you could fix it. But if you never went into the guts of a system before, it's very daunting to contemplate doing that, especially when it's a fairly rare system like that, you know? So that's kind of the whole point to this Adventures in Console Repair, is that I'm kind of being a wuss and waiting and building experience, you know, before I go in there and just go to town on the system. Like my 3DO, you know, when we looked at that one, I had a replacement 3DO, so if I killed that one, which I don't know if I did or not because of that wire I broke, it's okay because I still have a 3DO I can play games with. Similar with this, I have a regular NES and we have a top loader, so, you know, we can play NES games whenever. This is just the third one, so this is open for attempting repair, customizing, you know, whatever you want to try. It's just a matter of seeing what, you know, you can do, but you become more confident when you know that you're not going to be out your only working NES. Alright, so here we go. So I've got all the screws out, so I'm going to assume that the RF shield will just lift up. And it did. Okay. Alright, so now we take a look in here. Still looks incredibly clean. You know, but just from playing it, it's had a lot of problems with cartridges. Like, you'd have to put them in 3 or 4 times to get them to go. I mean, it could quite possibly be that it's just dirty too. But I thought it might be fun to look here. So after this, I have to say, it doesn't really look like there's that many screws holding it in here. I guess there's 4 on this black piece that would come up. Well, those are probably those teeth that... Because I know with this model, supposedly the pins bend and it makes it hard to make contact with the cartridge. You know, after so many times, it was kind of like a design flaw with the actual cartridge slot. Let's see. So it looks like this screw doesn't just go through the plastic. This one actually connects to the bottom of the case. But again, I have to say, I don't know if I see anything that would, at least to me, being a newbie, scream out, oh my god, just throw me away. And it would function after you fought the cartridge port for a while, so I'm betting it's just going to need a cartridge slot. So let's see. We're just going to experiment here. Like I said, this is a learning video, not so much instructional, because I don't know what I'm doing. So let's take out these screws here. See if it will allow the anything else to come out of the case. Like I said, it shows here, it looks like this one actually connects down below. So I'm just going to take this one, and it's twin on the other side here. Those are longer. Those are obviously for structural support. Alright. You know, Adventures in Console Repair, the whole point is I have a bunch of old systems. Some of them were working great. Some have issues. I don't know how to fix them. I don't know of a site or anywhere that could fix them, and I'm not sure I really want to ship like a TurboGrafx CD somewhere and hope it come back. So this is what it is. It's trying to learn as we go. Let's see. you know, to see what comes of what. So this is all kind of loose, but it's not moving. But I don't see a screw over here that would be holding it down. It's definitely held in there. You can see all this starts flexing up here, so this looks like it's just attached to a circuit board. I don't see anything over here that's holding it in place. Unless it's actually soldered down here, which maybe it is. I wonder if all this comes out together. Maybe it's this screw down here holding it. See what happens. Might go with that one too. Alright, so I got that screw out, so let's see if that does anything. Nope. Now there's one down here too. So let's take that one, see where that gets us. This may just all come out as one piece. Thereabouts. Except for probably the wires that connect up the controller ports and the buttons. Yeah, see, a little bit of dirt for its age, but all in all, I was kind of expecting it to be much dirtier inside. So let's see what happens. Oh, that was it. Alright, so there we go. We've got the whole motherboard assembly loose. Come down here. Well, it's pretty clean. 3 little wire connectors there, and the whole piece is loose. There's the expansion port, which I guess theoretically the only thing that would have used that would have been the NES disk drive that didn't come out over here, I think. And of course another RF shield on this side, so interesting. Let's see, does that RF shield lift off? Oh, it does. Okay, so we can kind of get a look here. Like I said, this is just kind of exploratory surgery to take a look. Everything looks beautifully clean on the system board here. So let's see. There we go. Everything kind of lined back up here. I'll go ahead and I'll put it back together and sit in storage till I can get parts for a cartridge port, and then we'll probably come back and do a second video looking at the cartridge slot. But I thought you would kind of enjoy seeing the innards of a NES. I've never really seen them other than watching videos of other people do it. So good learning for today. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think here. If you want to see more console repair videos, let me know. I do need to do as many of them as I can because I have to work up the courage to open up the TurboGrafx and see what I can do. So thanks for watching, and we'll check in with you next time.